Hello and welcome! I am Scores, you are here. This is Occupy Mars the game. I am recording practically last minute. We need more power for this, don't we? That's why I stopped here, right? Probably. I probably should start jamming some power into this. Anywho, welcome back to Occupy Mars the game, where we run around grabbing stuff from the unfortunate ends of the earth. Doesn't look like I can open multiple of these. That'd be pretty cool if you could open multiple of these, then you could transfer between. Oh well. So if I sound a little funny, it's because I'm currently slowly dying of allergies, so I do apologize for that. But, thanks to YouTube, you gotta maintain a schedule. And by you, I mean me. You don't have to maintain anything, far as I know. That is as far as I know, though. Which is not very far. So, we were building many solar panels. That's right.
Not enough materials.
What did I need? I needed small engines. 2, 4, 6, 8, 16, 18 small engines. Okay. So what did I need for 18 small engines? I honestly don't remember.
Equalizer pressure.
Been a little while, if you can't
Low
tell.
pressure warning.
You don't say. Low pressure. I'll be certain to keep that in the back of my mind as I slowly realize I need aluminum, iron, and silicon. Everything. Of course I do. That's right. So, we did figure out that we can run tools to the end of their lifespan. That's completely an option. It won't break them, they won't disappear. Of course, that also means I'm limited on the resource. Or I would have to make sure I have the resources, not limited on, but I'd have to make sure I have the resources to replace them if they did break. But since they don't break completely, I could just throw them on the workbench and get them repaired. Which means I have no reason to be able to build new ones. As long as I have the originals, it really doesn't matter. Alrighty. So we're going to need some aluminum, silicon, and iron. And by some, I mean all the stuff I can get. So yours truly, me, in case any of you have not heard that saying before. I mean, come on, who hasn't heard that saying before? It's like one of the most common sayings to refer to oneself. Is yours truly, which I don't even understand where that came from. I don't even understand why it's a thing. Anywho, back to the point at hand. I forgot what the point at hand was. Okay. It's official. It's way too early in the morning to be doing this, but that's okay. So we need to get all this unknown ore. I would love to get a Cybertruck so I can load this stuff up. Oh, would you look at that? It's aluminum. I like aluminum. Aluminum's fun. Especially when it's aluminum that I need. At least for right now. 4 by 2, 8. 4 by 2, 16. Plus 2 is 18. And then, let's see here. What is it, 13 pop? I think that's what it said. The problem is I also need the iron and the silicon, which I also have to go around and get. Alrighty. Let's just break down the unknown ores. And we should be golden, right? Right? At least with aluminum. Getting that scanner level would be appreciated. We're also getting mechanics experience, which... What were we doing for the next level of mechanics? I'm not sure. Oh, source of the water. Okay. Oh, Jackhammer 2. That's right. We were going down that line. Alrighty. So, Jackhammer 2. We really don't need an extinguisher, detonator, meteor defense we're going to need eventually. A grinder too, so I can get rid of those solar panels at the bases. Would probably be a good investment. Let's see here, shall we? Do 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 do. Well, gotta admit, this is the downside of playing Occupy Mars legitimately. And recording it all. It takes a while to actually mine ores on the ground. Especially when you have a Jackhammer 1. Without any kind of mechanical experience for Jackhammer 2, which would be nice. Hint hint, wink wink, nudge nudge. Not very subtle if you have to say it out loud. You ever think about that? Ah, well. Aluminum rock, aluminum rock, aluminum rock. The objective is at least 54, and it looks like we got it, so we're good there. Oh, right! You can run around and pick those up. And that'll give you small, very small amounts of supplies. So if you did break this without enough ore to replace it, you could just run around picking up rocks. Yep. Going Titanic here. Lifting the bow out of the water and then smashing on back down. Except the Titanic was the stern getting lifted out of the water. Yeah. A little tidbit about the Titanic. There's actually a lot, or there was actually a lot more going on during its sinking than most people believed for years. Did you know that in the bow, roughly where it struck the iceberg, there was actually a fire going on in the boilers? Yeah. You could see the evidence in the photo that was taken as it left.
Available point for technological advancement.
Oh, I don't remember where it left, but right as it was leaving to cross the Atlantic. There's a bit of a discoloration along the forward hull, and yeah, it's pretty much evidence that there was a fire running. There's also eyewitness accounts stating that she was still to keep going, and the fire was to be pretty much quiet.
Warning. Tortilla condition. Prepare at the workshop table.
Let me put it this way. It was supposed to be kept quiet because a fire could spook the passengers, and it would be very bad for the White Star Line if that ever got out. So they tried to keep it quiet. They tried to deal with it on the maiden voyage. But that fire would also weaken the hull, roughly where the iceberg would hit it. So it wasn't just the iceberg that took down the Titanic. I mean, we all knew that, right? We all know that the bulkheads were actually several decks shorter than what they were supposed to be. And the reaction time for the situation was not very good. Etc. Etc. I can do that? All I have to do is pull this out and left click and I can put down a well. Seriously? That's kind of cool.
Equalizing pressure.
Oh yes, I totally did get distracted. That is life in general, though. At least for me. Alrighty, Sweet Pea. You need to repair this. And while you're repairing the jackhammer, I can pop in here, throw the materials in there, and I need 18 small engines. I still can't do it. I need the iron and the silicon. I need a lot of iron, and I need a lot more silicon. Oh, right! I can upgrade. Jackhammer 2.
Mechanics. Technology access level increased.
You have to be standing in front of it to
New
pick it up.
item.
Okay. That wasn't me. I was totally unintentional. Gotta apologize. Uh, Allergies and loud sneezing. I'm gonna mute my mic to do that, but I really don't want to have to cut it in post, so yeah, sorry about that. If you don't like it, well, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and I'll come up with something a little bit better than just muting and being silent for a few seconds while I slowly remove my brains through my nose.
Water refilled.
At least I'm not doing it old Egyptian style where I shove a hook up my nose and remove it.
New.
No, actually, usually you were dead when they did that. They didn't do that part alive.
Equalizer pressure.
They also didn't consider the brain an important organ, believe it or not, because the heart, at least to the Egyptians, was the source of the soul. And pretty much not only the source of no wait, was the stomach or the heart? It was one of the two. No, Japanese was stomach, which made it easier for the soul to leave when you committed seppuku. That's right. And it was hard for the heart for the Egyptians, which was the source of the soul and why Mot weighed it in the afterlife. Or, not Mot. It was weighed against Mot's feather in the afterlife. Sorry. It's been a while. I've got to brush up on my Egyptian mythology. Besides, I'm a passing fanatic. I'm a passing fanatic of ancient Egyptian mythology. I'm not a studier of it. Look how fast number 2 goes. Holy mackerel, this thing's just tearing through this ore. Much better. And for those of you as old as I am, this movie better! Much better! I mean, they're not entirely wrong. This movie is better. It goes much faster per rock, which is great. And for some reason, one of my units is mumbling away over there. That is totally not my fault. I wish they weren't so sensitive. Oh well. Say the wrong thing and suddenly they're listening. And then they tell you random factoids of life, which is kind of cool. I like random factoids of life. But not when I'm recording and it can completely wreck the recording. How? We're okay. So we'll take care of this ore. And then the next thing we'll do, if we can get those small engines running, or small engines built, we'll get those built up. Oh, come on, now it's aluminum again. I need iron, not aluminum. Okay, seriously, do these rock shapes actually reflect anything that's in them, or do I have to get the Scanner Mark III just to see what's in these silly rocks? Man, that's frustrating. That is absolutely frustrating. Though I do kind of like the deformation of the sand as ores land on them. 10 and 11. Alright, let's hit up that little one over here. I'm thinking this shouldn't take long, but on the other hand, I'm pretty certain this one's gonna... Oh, no, it just explodes. In massive chunk explosions. And it's only got one piece of big old ore in the center. Cool. Iron? Probably. Yep, that's my iron. I got a total of 8 of it. That ain't a lot. Okay, so my plan is we roll with ores for as long as we can before about an hour before, until an hour before that temperature drop. And then we're gonna go sleep the night away. Then we'll probably go find some more blueprints. Because we really need to get our stuff expanded on what we can do here. Ah, what the hey was that sound? I know what the sound is. I just found it very interesting that it came off an unknown ore, a big old rock, instead of, you know, the metal buildings it's supposed to be sounding of. Which means that they probably made that the default sound. Which is very interesting. An interesting choice. I think with considering how much stuff is actually out here, or how much soft stuff like dirt and rocks and all that is, I'm not certain why you would make the metal pew 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 sound the default. It just doesn't make much sense to me. Ah well, that's okay. Can't have everyone think the way I do. Otherwise we'd all be homogenous, and then what's the point in creativity? We'd all create the exact same thing. We'd all be the exact same person. There must be diversity. There must be divergence from a central truth. From a central model, I guess is a good point. Of course, the further away you get from the central model, the worse you could have it, or the better you could have it. So you can't diverge too much. On the other hand, I think it'd be pretty cool to diverge quite a bit physically. Like, there's this family that I saw footage of. Apparently, they have a set of genes that gives them 6 fingers. Ooh,
Advancement.
technological point available for advancement. I got another tech point already. That was fast. But I thought it was pretty neat. And they actually celebrated having 6 fingers rather than just the normal 5. I'm like, that is pretty cool. Of course, I know people out there will demonize them and say, oh, it's unnatural, it's
50%.
completely against the design. Yeah, well, what design? Who said it's against design, and why would they say it? Last I checked, divine design does not have to be understood by humans. Okay, going into religion should really back that one off. Sorry, just... I find those kinds of arguments really disingenuous. Actually, I find them more than just disingenuous. I find them very close-minded and short-sighted. It drives me up a wall. Oh well. Let's get our engines. Ain't cold enough to hit the head yet. Hit the head? Hit the bed. One of the two is true. We've got... It'd be nice if you kept the suit display, so I'd be able to see whether or not I have my helmet on. But, yeah, well. Beggars can't be choosers. And I didn't write the program.
Not enough materials.
Alrighty.
Not enough materials.
So I need 18 electronics. Who here thinks we have enough power? Who here thinks we have enough stuff?
Equalizer pressure.
Who here raised their hand when I asked if we had enough power first? Who's feeling like an idiot? Well, I hope you all dropped your hands on that last question, because I'm the only one who should be having his hand up. Yes! That's okay. I can be the idiot. As long as it's and we got the temperature drop in an hour. Yeah, it's in auto mode. It's just not powered enough. Alrighty.
Sleep deprivation warning.
Yeah. Yeah. Sleep deprivation.
Low temperature warning.
Yes, thank you, I get it. I might just wind up dying at this rate. Small problem. Oh, am I going the completely wrong way? I need to get northish. Am I pointing at it? I'm pointing at it. There it is. Okay, I see the glow. We need to get there before our health runs out. Oh my. Oh my. I should not have waited till the last minute. I should have gone with the sun down. Oh, this was a bad plan. This was a bad plan. This is a badly executed plan. I calculated this out really well, but boy, am I bad at math. No, actually, I'm pretty good at math, surprisingly. You know, second thought, maybe not that surprising. Pop that in my inventory. We're going to sleep through the rest of this night. Can't sleep more than 8 hours in a chair, which, you know, makes sense. The chair's not exactly comfortable. Arctur capsules. Alrighty. How's the temperature? Still flashing at me. Sleep another 20 minutes because I can. Alrighty. 25% suit power. Not good. How about temp? Still low. Alrighty. We're gonna risk it. Oh, by the way!
Available point for technological advancement.
I am on the test branch. The dev branch of this game. Which means that I did get a couple of the latest patches. And I noticed in the patch notes that they actually fixed the bug with vehicles charging slowly. So that means that that slow charge with our little ATV over here was not intentional. So we should be charging at a pretty high speed now, given that we're stuffing, what, 20 kilowatts into this thing? What is it, 20 kilowatts? 20 kilowatts into it. Yeah. Should charge pretty quickly now. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, 100%. The heck is that sound? Sounds like something's getting printed that's supposed to be printed. I'm so confused. Oh, this could take a while. This is why we need the battery charger. Why we need to get a bed set up, too. Okay, I have 2 technology points. I have a mechanical, so we're going to upgrade our grinder before we go get the stuff there.
Mechanics. Technology access level increased.
Jackpot. Jackpot. Jackpot 3 required. Okay, we have the battery rack. We just haven't built it. Mm-hmm. More efficient DIY? No. More efficient panels gives me more power. I need all 3, which means I need the small built-in accumulator here so I can get some... whatever. We'll do the more efficient panels because I do like getting a bit more firepower.
Technology access level increased.
Might charge my suit faster? I don't know. Okay, this is ridiculous. I need to get that battery rack. So we're going to connect that. So for right now, we're going to go with 44% charge. We're going to get these solar panels built. I know. I said we're going to go raid today. I don't think we're going to go raid old stuff today at this rate. Unfortunately, because, again, I got a lot of work to do. Come on. There we go. We do also need to get food started, so I think we'll switch our focus to that, and we'll go raid next time, because we'll have the 2nd level grinder then. Yes. We'll go inside and upgrade it, but we also need to get that battery rack, because holy mackerel, is that a requirement right now? I'm trying to charge my battery just off of a single solar panel is madness. I'm out of solar cell. What?
Not enough materials.
I need 15 solar panels? I I thought I got the exact number I needed to make it work. Wow. Well, okay.
Equalizer pressure. Low pressure warning.
I'm going to take your low pressure warning and I'm going to stuff it down your face.
Water refilled.
Nah, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Unfortunately, she doesn't have a face, so I can't really stuff it down anything. So the threat really doesn't make any sense. That's okay. We need silicon. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to upgrade it. I'm going to hit the Bravo for you, electricity, battery rack. Which we don't have enough glass plates, electronics, or small circuit boards. But we're going to stuff that down so we're ready to build it. We get enough supplies. We need those solar panels first, so we have power. No structure detected. Doesn't actually detect this
Water
beauty.
refilled.
But we do have water, which is nice. Hey, yeah, grinder 2. Now we can take down those solar panels. And then this was the other thing I wanted to do, was repair the jackhammer 2 before we head back out and grab more supplies. Which we need silicon, among other things. Isn't that so lovely? Oh, whatever. Grab me this.
New item.
I'm looking forward to getting these silly airlocks re-automated. And by the way, has anybody noticed that these things are starting to slowly creep downwards? They don't realign properly, which means that they're actually rotated in code rather than by an animation. Because you wouldn't see that kind of issue in an animation. It'd have to be reset to its original starting point. What do you mean 75%? I refilled my O2 before... Oh. No. No, I get it. O2 is 75% because I refilled the oxygen and then slept. Which means I burned through a bunch of oxygen I didn't need to because the helmet's still on. Whatever. Fine. Just need to get this unknown ore out of the way. Please be silicon. We really need a lot of silicon now. We need so silicon. I can't do Golem this morning. I mean, I really can't do Golem at all, but I can't even get close to the voice this morning. It was an absolute failure of an attempt. Okay, much as I like getting iron right now, we need silicon. Let's go for this one. Yes, yes, yes. Heartbeat, 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 because I'm jumping around while trying to sprint, which blows through my stamina. Crazy fast. No, still iron. Alright, next one. See, this is why you kind of need that level 3 detector, because then you could tell what's in these silly rocks, like aluminum. Unfortunately, this doesn't help me. Won't even let me put down a well because I'm nowhere near the water. Whatever, fine. Just make it work. We will make it work, and we will do raiding later. And we'll do raiding next time. I'm just hoping I can get enough silicon to actually fulfill that request. Wait a minute. We have a tier 2 grinder. That means I can go grind down a whole bunch more of that base over there, too. Because there's a base right there. Unknown ores, all the unknown ores. But that could give me electronics for what I need. Starting to think that might be a smarter move, considering this is now aluminum and I have gotten no silicon since the start of this day. I don't even know how that's possible, considering I almost always get silicon and nothing else. I always stumble across silicon rocks. Until I need silicon rocks. Go figure. Ah, well. We'll make it work. We'll make it all work. For us. Wahaha. Alright. Let's head down there and just start taking apart those wells. They gotta have electronics of some sort. You will hand over all your electronics. In fact, I kind of want to make that ruin completely disappear in the end. That would be the nice ending, in my opinion. Finally have myself a nice, clean view over everything. Still gotta find a good place to build a base. Preferably top of a hill, top of a mountain. I gotta go all dwarven on that. After all, I do live to be a bit dwarven. Ah, would you look at that? And we're getting electronics, packs of screws, small pipes. Solar cells, those are what we're after. We need 15 of those. We're also after the materials stuff. Ooh, compost. This is compost, right? Organic waste. Can be turned into compost. Well, I ain't touching it with a 10-foot pole right now. You all know what organic waste means, right? Right. Don't need to deal with it, not dealing with it. But I do need those solar cells. Isn't there like a field of solar panels on this base over here? Yep. Complete with a transformer. Which has a chance of giving me small circuit panels. I said a chance. Funny thing is, you can actually get multiple small circuit panels from transformers in that. Because each time you're given something, it's random from what was originally used to build it. So we know solar panels take solar cells, but you don't always get solar cells back when you scrap the old stuff. You always get solar cells back from the new stuff, because it's a 100% return rate, which is nice. It means you can just move something without fear of destroying it, or having to rebuild it, or rebuild the supplies needed for it. You know what I mean. Anywho, I'm going to stop mumbling, and we're going to move on to just
Available point for technological advancement.
spending our materials point, spending our materials point. Yes, please. Corridor, bed, storage cabinet. It was the storage cabinet or the bed? If I do the bed, I can stay in the shelter overnight. If I do the storage cabinet, I can actually put stuff away. Or we can go with the pump and work towards our well extensions, but we need the blueprint for that. I also need tanks if we're going to do overnight stuff, so I'm going to go with the bed.
Materials. Technology access level increased.
We're going to stay in our workshop overnight. Besides, that low health, not maxed out health, is kind of frustrating. So we'll take care of that. So we need 15 solar cells total, which means we're going to be scrapping a lot of stuff. That also means we get our mechanics points, which, as I said, we get pretty cool stuff out of it. Or materials points, I'm sorry. Mechanics is over here. Which eventually gets us to the science, and eventually the small crusher. But we need the Mars truck for the small crusher, and we need the blueprints for the big crusher. Advanced connectors, capsule adapter. Pump extension, we don't have those. I'm wondering why they're still working on pump extensions. Wouldn't that be like one of the more needed things? I don't know. I do know they stuffed methane in this game. Finally. They were planning on it. And they finally did it. I'm just not certain how to actually get methane right now. We're a little bit too focused on doing everything else. 13 solar cells. Come on, we need 2 more. As we scrap everything. 14 solar cells. We need 1 more. And everything from that is just bonus. 15 solar cells. Alrighty. Everything from here is just bonus supply. I love bonus supply. Okay, we got our 10th small engine. That's why it reformatted the text over there. That is really hard to see against the sand. Anybody else know that? Or notice that? I guess notice is the right word. Whatever. We'll get our last scrap over here. And then we're gonna jog on back because we were stupid, didn't bring the ATV. And by we, I mean me. Really shouldn't bring you into my stupidity. We need food. Nom. Back to grinding. I notice that this tool does not degrade as fast as the jackhammer. It makes sense, because the jackhammer's going to town on rocks, but on the other hand, I find that interesting. I find that very, very interesting. Anywho, we can go finish up our solar panels, finally. Maybe we can finish up that battery rack while we're at it, because we definitely need power. We definitely need battery power. Wonder if I could fit that good old-fashioned bed in that workshop yet. May have to build a new workshop. Do we have the supplies for a new workshop? I doubt it. I highly doubt that. Living workshop. Glass plates and cement. That's actually not bad. Those aren't bad requirements. Of course, I looked that up before I finished these and the battery rack in the main workshop. So I guess we'll have to find out the hard way. Solar panel. I have more than enough.
New point for technological advancement.
New point for technological advancement. More efficient suit battery needs to live a little longer than what it is.
Technology access level increased.
Alright, so we get this. Increased personal battery capacity. Then we're going to get that, which is the suit energy saver. We need more efficient DIY. And we need to find the small accumulator blueprint. So our target will be the small accumulator blueprint tomorrow. We got to start raiding again. Until that point, solar panels are now built. And then this is the transformer that handles that. And now I know why there are 10 solar panels over there. I really wish they'd put the... Oh, wait. There is a closed socket button. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and get these wired up. I can't help it. I love how manual this wiring process is. It just starts feeling so good. Even if you have to wire up 10 solar panels. I don't know why it feels so satisfying. That's okay. And then this is number 4. Actually, it's not technically number 4. It's the 4th one we're hooking up, and then this will be the 5th. Walk down here. It'll be the 6th. 7th one set up. Oh, we don't have enough. Shoot. We don't have enough wire. What? Oh. Oh. Battery. You have to tell it how much to send over. Let's go up to 27 for right now because it's 54 in. That should give me enough supply for this. What gives? There we go. Just wasn't updating. We're good. We're good. I need cables. Let's go 200 cables. That actually isn't a lot. We need more silicon. I can't find the silicon rocks. Anybody knows how to tell what a silicon rock looks like without the spectral analysis? Please let me know. I am kind of desperate.
Equalizer pressure.
I'm a little desperate to figure that out because we need silicon. We need everything. Ah, well. I just hope these power cables survive. Or at least my supply of cable survives. And I got one more solar panel here. Which, yeah, we had enough cable. Alrighty. So that means 100% throughput is 72 kilowatts. Which means we should be able to run off of 36 kilowatts out of this battery. However, I would absolutely want to get a couple of battery pack extensions. I can definitely build a couple. And the main reason I'm doing this is because we do not want to lose power overnight because we're going to put a bed into the workshop now. Definitely want to be able to survive overnight.
Low pressure zone.
Losing power when we're sleeping in a bed would not end well.
Not enough materials.
Need a glass plate and a small circuit board. Okay, put that away. Thank you. Glass plate. You. Silicon! Whatever, fine. Main hab, HQ, bed. We're going to stuff the bed next to the plants. Speaking of the plants, we're going to be working on the plants next. I think. Alrighty, so we don't actually have enough... Oh no, we have enough water, so we're going to do 3 points of water over here. And we're going to do 3 points of water over here. We're going to supply 8 power, which I hope is enough to make this thing work. I'm going to say maybe. I'm going to drop a cedar there. We're going to do potato. And we're just going to do 10 for now, because I want to make sure this even works. And we don't lose power completely overnight. That would be bad. Okay, so it looks like we are kind of good to go. We've got power. We're currently using 28 of our 36 production, which I'm going to hit that for 36 of 36 production. So that's now available. We have 36 day and night, which is good. We also have 6 water in, so that's good.
Water refilled.
Unfortunately, I can't finish that without silicon. Okay, turn that off. Ow! Fudge. All right, put it to 7.5. $7.9 and 7.9. Gotta have enough power to get these things operating automatically.
Equalizer pressure.
Okay, so these 4 are actually used to power our little ATV, which we can finally use tomorrow. Or next time, anyway. And I gotta get this battery charged at least a little bit, otherwise we are thoroughly screwed. Come on. Come on, charge the battery. This could take a little while. Anywho, how about this? I think I'm going to sign off, charge the battery, and then I'll go ahead and save and close then. So, in the meantime, I thank you all for joining me on this lovely adventure to get our solar panels built and get ourselves some food growing. And I hope you all have at least somewhat enjoyed. So, I hope you all have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning. You get the idea. We made it to 71%.